Hi everyone. Welcome back to English Fab, where learning English is practical, useful, and fab. Have you ever heard someone say, "You're supposed to do this," or "Wasn't he supposed to be here?" and wondered what it really means? Many English learners find "be supposed to" tricky because it's used in so many different ways, talking about expectations, rules, beliefs, and even disappointment. In today's lesson, we'll go over the different ways to use "be supposed to," whether it's about expectations, obligations, or things that didn't happen as planned. This lesson follows the grammar introduced on our English Fab website, so you can review key points anytime. If you find English difficult, don't worry. You can translate the subtitles into English and your own language like this. Check the description below for extra details. So, let's get started. In this section, we'll go over the 5 main ways to use "be supposed to" with clear explanations and examples. Let's get started. 1. Talking about expectations. We use "be supposed to" when something is expected to happen or when someone is expected to do something. Example: I am supposed to finish my report by Friday. This means that finishing the report by Friday is expected, it's what should happen. More examples. She is supposed to be here by now. They are supposed to arrive at 8 p.m. If something is planned or expected, "be supposed to" is the perfect way to describe it. 2. Describing rules or obligations. Use "be supposed to" when talking about rules, responsibilities, or duties. It's a softer way of expressing obligations compared to words like must or have to. Example: students are supposed to wear uniforms at school. This means wearing uniforms is a rule or requirement. More examples. Employees are supposed to follow company policies. You are supposed to turn off your phone during meetings. Whenever you want to politely talk about rules, "be supposed to" is a great choice. 3. Expressing unmet expectations. We also use "be supposed to" when something was expected but didn't happen. Example: he was supposed to call me, but he forgot. This means I expected him to call, but it didn't happen. More examples. It was supposed to be sunny today, but it's raining. We were supposed to meet at noon, but she was late. If an expectation wasn't met, "be supposed to" is the perfect way to express it. 4. Talking about common beliefs or assumptions. Use "be supposed to" when referring to something that people believe to be true, even if you're not sure. Example: this restaurant is supposed to have the best sushi in town. This means that many people say the sushi here is great, but I haven't confirmed it myself. More examples. That movie is supposed to be really good. He is supposed to be a great teacher. If something is commonly believed to be true, but you haven't personally verified it, "be supposed to" is a great phrase to use. 5. Expressing disapproval or disappointment. We also use "be supposed to" when criticizing something that should have happened but didn't. Example: you were supposed to clean your room. This expresses disappointment because cleaning the room was expected, but it didn't happen. More examples. She was supposed to email me, but she never did. You're supposed to be studying, not playing video games. This structure is commonly used by parents, teachers, or bosses when they are frustrated that something didn't happen as planned. Now that we've covered the different ways to use "be supposed to," let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure: be plus supposed to plus base verb. The verb be must always match the correct tense and subject. Examples: she is supposed to arrive at 5 p.m. Present. They were supposed to meet us yesterday. Past. More examples. I am supposed to be at work by 9 a.m. We were supposed to have a meeting this morning. Make sure you change "be" based on the subject and tense. 2. Be supposed to versus have to. Many learners wonder about the difference between "be supposed to" and "have to." Be supposed to expresses an expectation or a general rule. Example: you are supposed to be quiet in the library. It's an expectation. Have to expresses a strong obligation, something you must do. Example: you have to submit the assignment today. It's a requirement. If something is strictly required, use "have to." If it's just an expectation, use "be supposed to." 3. Negative form: not supposed to. Use not supposed to say something isn't allowed or expected. Example. You are not supposed to park here. This means parking here is not allowed. More examples. She is not supposed to use her phone at work. We are not supposed to talk during the test. This is a polite way to tell someone that something isn't allowed. 4. Question form, am I supposed to? To ask about expectations or responsibilities, use, am I supposed to? Example. Am I supposed to bring anything to the party? This asks whether bringing something is expected. More examples. Am I supposed to sign this form? Are we supposed to wear formal clothes? This is a great way to check what you are expected to do. 5. Practice common phrases with be supposed to. Here are some useful phrases to help you get comfortable using be supposed to. We are supposed to turn in our homework online. The movie is supposed to be really good. You are not supposed to eat in class. Great job! Now you know how to use be supposed to talk about expectations, rules, beliefs, and even disappointment. This phrase is super useful in daily conversations, and mastering it will help you sound more natural in English. To improve even more, try thinking of 3 situations where you can use be supposed to and say them out loud. For example, what are you supposed to do at work or school? What's something that was supposed to happen but didn't? The more you practice, the easier it will be to use naturally. Okay. Thanks for watching today's lesson on English Fab. I hope you found these English tips useful and feel more confident. Remember, practice makes perfect, so try using these phrases in your daily conversations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more Fab English lessons. Until next time, keep practicing and stay Fab.